Alright, so Pokemon Home, you already know it's finally out. The compatibility with Pokemon Scarlet Violet. We got access to the new Hisuian Pokémon. So yeah, today got a moveset guide for Sneasler. Hopefully help some of you guys out that want to use this Pokemon, but you're not sure what moves to use. Hopefully give you, can offer you a guideline or give you some inspiration. I did Ursaluna yesterday, so that video will be linked down below as well. But yeah, Sneasler, this Pokemon is a monster, so that's why I'm talking about it today. So first the stats, 130 base attack stat, 120 base speed stat, very nice offensive stats, very nice attack stat, and very fast with that 120 base speed. Well, there are several sets that you can run on this. My favorite, this is the first set right here, it says sweeper set / wall breaking. So this Pokemon has the ability Unburden, which, your speed is doubled on health item loss. And now you do lose the boost if you switch out or you get a new item / ability. So yeah, it's a kind of a one-time use. But this Pokemon has amazing step moves, and you have that acrobatics as well. So yeah, you have close combat, strong step move, you have gunk shot, another strong step move, both 120 base power. Now if you do want to run Dire Claw on this, you can, although the damage is significantly lower. But Dire Claw is its signature move, which, it has a 50% chance to inflict a status, which is sleep, poison, or paralyze. So yeah, if you want to hex your way through, you can use Dire Claw, I guess, though I personally would go for Gunk Shot for the extra power. Now, third move slot, I have Acrobatics, because you are losing your item, which means Acrobatics will be 110 base power. And you can use Terra Flying to gain a step boost on Acrobatics. So you pretty much have three very powerful step moves. There are little Pokemon that can take the combination of these three moves. And last move, of course, we got Swords Dance. You boost up your attack. The idea of this Pokemon is basically you get it in on a Pokemon that cannot really do anything against you. You set up a Swords Dance, and if they want to attack you, they break the air balloon and you double your speed. Now the reason air balloon is here is because this is probably the most consistent item to activate your Unburden boost. You can use one of the seed items like Grassy Seed or Electric Seed or Psychic Seed, but if you do that, you are forced to use Pincurchin, Rillaboom, or Indeedee, so you're forced to use it on those teams, and those Pokemon are not very good in the meta right now. But if you are gonna use a team with one of those Pokemon, then of course the seed item is better. You could also opt to go White Herb, but you have to first use Close Combat and then lower your defenses for that to activate. So yeah, that costs you 2 turns at for if you want to set up a Swords Dance at Close Combat, it's gonna cost you 2 turns to set up a sweep. And with Air Balloon, you can just set up the Swords Dance and they will break the Air Balloon for you. Plus it makes you immune to ground Pokemon, which means you can set up on them. And you can use Terra Flying after to maybe potentially get another boost when they go for an Earthquake after breaking your balloon. So yeah, Air Balloon, I would recommend that. Somebody left that in my comments on my previous video about Sneasler, so shout out to him, because I did not think about that actually. I didn't even know it worked with Unburden. But yeah, it does. So that's the set. I have Max Attack Adamant Nature, obviously for more power, and I have max HP EVs and really nothing in speed. The reason for that is with the Unburden boost you are able to outspeed the entire metagame. You even outspeed Regieleki at max speed, which is literally the fastest Pokemon. But if you do want to run max speed, this allows you to outspeed Floatzel on their reign. So yeah, Floatzel goes max speed, it's at 329. With Sneasler it's at 339, which means if you're facing a rain team with Floatzel, that means you'd still... I accidentally deleted my Sneasler set. Let me get that back. As I said though, you can run max speed to outspeed Floatzel on the rain. I do prefer max HP, but if rain does get more common, then you have that option. But max HP makes you super bulky. People underrate how bulky this Pokemon is with max HP. I have had several people on the ladder be surprised about it. And you know, this set puts in work. But yeah, max speed is an option too. This Pokemon you have to be careful though, because it does get shut down by some Pokemon. Mainly Toxapex. Toxapex does not die to a +2 sword stance. Or I mean a +2 acrobatics, terra flying. It does do significant damage. It does like 74 at minimum. So yeah, it's gonna die to the next one even if it uses haste. But yeah, Toxapex can stop your sweep kind of. So you have to be careful of that. Also, Golden Go walls this set. So yeah, that's another Pokemon. You have to weaken it first, or else it's not really gonna die to a +2 acrobatics, because it's immune to both of your step moves. And yeah, aside from that, Pokemon that could check your step moves don't want to switch into a +2 acrobatics. Like, for example, Iron Moth could probably live a +2 gong shot or close combat, if I had to guess. But you know, it's gonna die to +2 acrobatics. Same goes for Clodsire. This Pokemon, it can be very hard to stop when you actually set up that +2 sword stance. And Landers is another Pokemon you have to be careful of if your balloon is already broken. But you know, if you are terra flying, Landers is not really gonna be able to do a lot unless it's Scarf Stone Edge. But yeah, Landers is a soft check to this Pokemon as well. Aside from that, Skeledirge. Skeledirge shuts you down as well. You know, comfortably takes your step moves, and Unaware is gonna, you know, it's gonna ignore your boost. So acrobatics is gonna do a chunk, but not a lot. So yeah, that's for the first set. Second set, Choice Band set. Where's my Choice Band set? Oh, this is the Choice Band set. Okay, yeah, Choice Band set. So yeah, if you don't want to use a sweeping option, we have a Choice Band set. Close combat, or as your step move, Gong Shot or Dire Claw, up to you. U-turn is your third move right here. Of course, great pivoting move, allows you to get momentum, mandatory move from this set. Last move, I think it's a decision between Night Slash. Night Slash allows you to hit ghost types like Dragapult and Golden Go, which could otherwise resist both your steps, especially Golden Go, it takes nothing. So yeah, you have Night Slash for that. If you don't want to run Night Slash, Toxic Spikes is a nice support option to go for something on the switch. If you do want to run that, although I think Night Slash is gonna be your best option in this slot, but Toxic Spikes is a alternative if you do want that. And for this set, we are running a Poison Touch. Poison Touch, this Pokemon context moves have a 30% chance of poisoning. This is gonna be very annoying if you are running Dire Claw in this slot as well, because all of your moves are contact, and if you have Night Slash as well, all of your moves are contact. So imagine you are just constantly U-turning on a Great Tusk or something coming in, and you poison them. This Pokemon can just cripple its switch-ins by hitting it, which is very nice. Especially if you use Dire Claw with the 50% chance to sleep poison or paralyze. This Pokemon is going to be very hard to deal with. Now, of course, Toxapex is a hard counter to this, and it can't get poisoned, but you can still sleep or paralyze it. So even then, yeah, this is gonna be a decision. You want the power, you use Gong Shot. You want to use an ultimate hack set, you go for Dire Claw. Nothing really to say about the Choice Band set. For the Terra type, I'd say probably go Fighting. Maybe over time the meta will develop and a different Terra typing will be used, but I think going with Fighting or even Poison, you could never go wrong with that. Another thing I want to mention, this Pokemon, since it is on the ground and it's a poison type, it can absorb Toxic Spikes as well, which is very nice. And it's also resists Stealth Rock naturally, which is also pretty cool, so it's harder to wear this Pokemon down. And it's, you know, it offers some utility team support with absorbing Toxic Spikes. But yeah, these are the two main sets I would recommend for Sneasler. This set, I have had some success on the ladder, but you have to be wary of priority moves as well with this set, especially if you use Terra Flying, because that makes you weak to, or neutral to Sucker Punch. And this Pokemon's bulk, with Max SP you do have some bulk. You could probably take a neutral Sucker Punch for most Pokemon, but yeah, boosted, you have to be careful of that. So yeah, that's my moveset on Sneasler. Air Balloon with Unburden, acrobatics, sweeping set, swords dance, or a choice band set to just cripple everything with poison touch and deal some massive damage. So yeah, if you want to see my previous moveset on Ursaluna, it's linked below. I will be putting out another moveset tomorrow, probably on Hisuian Samurott. So yeah, if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new to see more, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.